So today's video is going to be a fun one. We all remember when the Lakers won the NBA title in the bubble back in 2020, and then they decided to make a trade after not winning it all in 2021, and they sent Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to Washington for Russell Westbrook. But today, we are going to reverse that in NBA history, but not on NBA 2K25, on NBA 2K21. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I just re-downloaded 2K21. This was the first next-gen 2K, and we are going to be rebuilding the LA Lakers. We're going to try to get LeBron one more ring. Obviously, something they didn't do in 21, 2, 3, or 4, and I highly doubt they win a title this year. We have Anthony Davis at 27 years old. You got Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, Rajon Rondo, KCP, Markieff Morris, a younger Alex Caruso before the Lakers let him sign with Chicago, Avery Bradley, Quinn Cook, Deion Waiters, Jared Dudley, a young Taylor Horton-Tucker, Kostas Antetokounmpo, and Devontae Cacok. And we may trade Taylor Horton-Tucker before it's too late as well, because the Lakers had some good offers on the table, but then they didn't trade him away. I think at the time they could have gone like Kyle Lowry for THT, and they said, no, we are going to invest too much into him. So obviously this team is going to be around AD and LeBron. I don't know if AD is going to be more of a power forward. I think I'd like to start KCP over Danny Green. Man, Kyle Kuzma too was a really good piece for this Lakers team. Hopefully Alex Caruso can become something. And a lot of these guys like are kind of reminiscent of the meme team. It felt like Patrick Johnson tried building, like Dwight, JaVale. I remember Lance Stevenson was signed to this team. Lamelo. Wow, that's disrespectful. Carmelo had a cup of coffee with the Lakers for that 1 year a little bit later. Unfortunately, with 2K21, you can't download the draft classes, so we will not be able to have like the Cade Cunningham 2021 draft class be incorporated. And I just missed kind of some of these old menu screens. Obviously, this is the first next-gen 2K, but not a lot has changed. I would say it looks better currently, but still, it's kind of the same format, which is kind of sad. And this was at a time where the contract extension deadline was before the trade deadline, because this was like the weird season, right? Yeah, where the season started in December. It was the 72 game season. So we do have the contract extension deadline before the trade deadline. We're 28-14. We're the 2 seed in the Western Conference. You look at the Clippers, who have Lou Will, Paul George, Kawhi, Markieff Morris's twin brother Marcus. They have Montrezl Harrell. So I guess this was before he ended up with the Lakers, because I don't think 2K had updated that yet before he ended up signing with them. I can't believe that Clippers team did not get a ring with Kawhi and Paul George and Lou Will and just all these guys around them. Obviously, Zubats was a lot younger. I don't know, Reggie Jackson, Lynch. Like, they had a really good team over there. Here's the Dallas Mavericks with a young, skinnier Luka Doncic, Kristaps. Look at Jalen Brunson over there in Dallas. I don't know if we're ever going to have cap space on this team. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see like other rebuilds on other 2Ks if you enjoy going back here. I'm not sure if you can download draft classes on 2K22 or 23, because if so, I think we can get into that. LeBron is a free agent at the end of this year. So is Anthony Davis. So let's lock both these guys up on extensions. We don't want to have to worry about them leaving us. I guess if they were free agents, I could have taken on some money on draft night, so maybe I fumbled that. We're going to re-sign Danny Green as well. There's a chance, though, I'm going to make a notable trade at the deadline. We'll see. Maybe finding a more consistent number 3 option that wasn't going to be Russell Westbrook from the Washington Wizards. I did not like that trade when it happened. Sometimes I try to see the benefit of the doubt, maybe the other side of things, and I could never get on board about the Russell Westbrook trade. I thought you were trading too much of your depth for a player that didn't really fit your system. You now had 2 non-shooters. This is when LeBron wasn't a great shooter from 3, and then also Anthony Davis had his inconsistencies from downtown. You added Russ, who's never really been a good shooter in his career. It was just a recipe for disaster. So Anthony Davis was drafted by Team Giannis, but LeBron did not draft his teammate. Okay. As we are here, we are 33-20 at the deadline. Shout out to just Zion and Brandon Ingram, Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball over there in New Orleans. JJ Redick, who ended up now coaching the LA Lakers. There are the Warriors. This season, Klay Thompson was hurt, unfortunately. They have Julius Randle and DeMarcus Cousins over there, and the Clippers are still at the top of the West. If we look at the Eastern Conference, if it's going to let me show you guys that, yeah, the Bucks are really good with DiVincenzo, Bledsoe. This is before they traded for Drew. The Brooklyn Nets have Kyrie. They have KD. They do not have James Harden, who I believe is still in Houston, yeah, because he was traded early in this season. You got Boston with Kemba, Gordon Hayward on this team, Marcus Smart, obviously, Kevin Huerter, John Collins still on the Hawks. And if we're going to look at our stats here at the deadline, Anthony Davis is leading the team in scoring, 28.7 points, 13 rebounds. Yeah, he was banged up in that round 1 series against the Suns. And I feel like Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office just hit the panic button. They made a premature trade and kind of destroyed the LeBron James Anthony Davis window because it really limited them on other trades. And then they had a salary dump Russ. It was a mess. I still don't mind using Kuzma as a trade piece. I just want somebody that could fit this team a little bit better. I think KCP is a good fit. I don't mind Rondo, even though he is an inefficient shooter. Danny Green is fine. I think Markieff Morris could be on the block. Alex Caruso is shooting sub 40% from the field. And there is one trade I'm going to make this year at the deadline. I'm going to be sending Markieff Morris and Avery Bradley to the Sacramento Kings for Bogdan Bogdanovic, a younger bogey who I think at the time there was some tampering things where the Bucks were trying to get Bogdan Bogdanovic, and then it was like too early and they got flagged by the NBA and they were going to get in trouble. So he ended up going to the Atlanta Hawks. So we were going to trade for Bogey, who I think was also in some THT rumors at the time. That is just like another memory getting resurfaced. But I think he's a good piece for us. He is a free agent at the end of the year, unless it's not showing me a contract extension. But hopefully we got bird rights on him and we'll be able to bring him back. But it gives us another sharpshooter. And I actually think the JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis frontcourt is working right now. So I didn't want to mess that up. As Giannis wins the 2021 MVP award, which he did not win in real life. He won, I believe, 19 and 20. And then that ended up going to Jokic, in 2021 and 22, and then obviously Embiid in 23, and then Jokic again in 24. Shout out to Spencer Dinwiddie in Brooklyn, 6th man of the year. Giannis takes home DPOY again in the same season. Mitchell Robinson, most improved in New York. That looks like a good player. Jock Vaughn, coach of the year. So yeah, there was no rookie of the years, I guess, because I don't know if Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball are in this. I will have to double check because it's like the OG roster. So this game may have came out before the 2020 draft even happened. So Anthony Davis gets on All NBA first team. LeBron James on All NBA second team. Here's All NBA third team with Sabonis in Indiana. And then, yeah, James Harden in Brooklyn. He averaged 28.5 points. Paul George, Ben Simmons at an 89 overall on All Defensive first team with Jonathan Isaac, Gobert in Utah, and Giannis. And here's All Defensive second team that had Chris Paul in OKC and Andre Drummond in Cleveland. That's a guy I would like on my team. I would get Andre Drummond on this team for sure because he was always a 2K beast. And if I look at the Warriors roster, I don't believe, yeah, because I got to use like the OG 2K roster because they shut the servers down. So yeah, let me know if like servers are up on 2, 3. I'm sure they are up on 4 to do old rebuilds with. But yeah, Anthony Davis and LeBron combined for 56 points this year. Kyle Kuzma around 13 points. Bogey at 12, shot 36% from 3. KCP about 37% from 3. And we're going up against Memphis in round number 1 with a very young John Morant. Very young. He shot 46% from 3 this season. Okay. You have Dylan Brooks, Justice Winslow, a young Triple J, 21 years old. Jonas Valanciunas, Brandon Clark, DeAnthony Melton's still there. Kyle Anderson is still there. And we finished this season with a 48-34 record. We did have the second best point differential in the Western Conference. And if we look at the NBA as a whole, we'd be around like the 4th or 5th. So we can also like, I'm just when like the G League was more accessible in 2K. We would not have Bronny James. He was probably like a freshman in high school at this point. So figuring out the playoff rotation, I think Rondo should start at the point guard spot off the bench. I'm fine with it being Caruso. I think KCP should play more. I'm fine with Danny Green getting like 12 minutes a night. Problem is we just don't have that many big men. So I think McGee's gonna have to get like 30 minutes a night. AD at 40, LeBron at 40 minutes. Let's go 34 to Bogey, and then I'll say 31 to McGee because we will have more of a point guard rotation. System proficiency under Frank Vogel, 3.5 stars. And game 1 against Memphis, we end up winning this one. We win 125-83. LeBron with 35, Bogey with 28, AD with a 20-20 game. Game 2 goes to the Lakers. We win 113-97. These two teams obviously met in round 1 in 2023. That series went to the Lakers, and we were up 3-1 against them. Are we going to win in 6? Yes, we do. We beat them by 5 here in game 6. Triple J had 29. LeBron had 36. AD had 31. JaVale McGee, 21, 19, and 5. I think Rondo had 14 assists in that game. And LeBron averaged 31, 7, and 8 in round 1. Anthony Davis, 28, 15, and 4. There's Bogdan Bogdanovic, 15.5 points. So here we are in round number 2. We can never get the Battle of Los Angeles. We're going up against the Phoenix Suns, who are obviously great in that 2021 playoffs. They went to the NBA Finals. They lost to the Bucks. They beat the Lakers in round number 1. But 2K does not have Chris Paul on the Suns. Oh yeah, because he was still on the OKC Thunder then, as we do lose game 1 to a Chris Paul-less Suns team. Okay. Game number 2 goes to the Suns. Wow. 119-111. DeAndre Ayton dominating us, showing us why he was the number 1 pick. And we're down 3-0. So the Suns are about to beat both LA teams here in the playoffs. We do not get swept, but we get gentlemen swept. So it is cool that the team that beat us in these 2021 playoffs were the team that beat the Lakers in the 2021 playoffs in real life. So we're going to have to respond from that. I'm not going to be trading for Russell Westbrook, like I've said multiple times in this video. Bogdan Bogdanovic struggled in this series. Same with Kyle Kuzma. Anthony Davis really wasn't himself either. And then you have the Pelicans and the Suns, the Bucks and the Celtics, NBA Finals between the Suns and the Celtics before conference finals MVPs were a thing. And Devin Booker gets a ring. Shout out to the Suns winning it all as an 8 seed. Okay, so we see Tyson Chandler, Kyle Korver, Lakers GOAT, Pau Gasol, not GOAT, but great. There goes Rondo. He retires. There goes Jared Dudley. He ended up becoming a assistant coach for the Dallas Mavericks. Corey Brewer ends up retiring as well. Marcus Gasol, who was a Laker for a little bit, retires. And we are here at the draft lottery. I believe we have our first round pick in this draft. I don't know if I'm going to want to draft an auto-generated rookie. We do own our first round pick at 22. Knicks there at 17. That's from like the Kristaps Porzingis trade. Rockets there. Thunder there. I believe that's from the Rush trade. And then the Warriors there from Minnesota. That would be from the Andrew Wiggins trade. As we're going to keep Frank Vogel as our head coach. We have Jason Kidd as our top assistant. We have Lionel Hollins. I like when there was multiple assistants to have on your roster. And we are here at the night of the 2021 NBA draft where the Lakers included their first. That ended up being Isaiah Jackson in the Rush trade. So I wouldn't mind moving Danny Green in my first round pick. I do believe I should move my first round pick. That's why maybe I shouldn't have traded or extended LeBron or AD, because then I could have taken on a bigger salary. The only problem with this team is we just don't have any other contracts to get. So we could get Clint Capella. That's not a terrible idea because he's under contract next year as well. That is probably an upgrade over JaVale McGee, and him and AD could be a fun front court duo. So you know what? We're going to do that trade with the Hawks. I'm setting them a 2023 second, a 2021 first, and Danny Green for Clint Capella. So the Hawks are going to agree to that. I don't know if this class is going to be like crazy or it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Jawan Keefe, number 1 pick, looks pretty good. Jake Purdue looks pretty good. These are some of the auto-generated guys. And yeah, so we're not going to have any rookies to sign right now. I don't think the 2K21 is when like cap holds didn't matter. And as long as you had 30 million cap space, even though you had like guys that like LeBron was a free agent at a $60 million cap hold, that didn't matter. You could still sign somebody with that 30 million and bring them back. So we're going to offer all these guys the qualifying offers. I don't remember if there was still that way to sign max free agents, as we actually have a little bit of money right now. Like say I offered Fred VanVleet a contract. Can I sign Fred VanVleet with not renouncing the rights on anybody? I don't know. Okay, no. So I wish that would have been kind of cool if we could have finagled that, but that is not going to be the case. So let's go back here and hopefully nobody signed already. So Tatum signed, Boban signed, Paul George, McDermott, Kawhi, back with, or leaves the Clippers to go to the Raptors. That's funny. Giannis goes to the Spurs. All right. Gobert goes to the Wizards. Wow. Tatum stayed in Boston, and Paul George, oh my God, they both lost in round 1 and they said we're leaving. Paul George to the Knicks, Kawhi back to the Raptors. I want to bring back Alex Caruso on a 2-year deal. I want to bring back KCP on a 2-year deal. Kuzma, I think there's the restricted thing, so I'm not going to pay him yet. Dion can be the minimum. Bogey is restricted as well, so I'm going to wait till after moratorium. And I'm going to overpay for Kuzma and Bogey just because now I can attach them in bigger trades. So they're both going to be getting around like $18 million a year. I saw Andre Drummond ended up like signing with the team. He ended up signing with the Cavs. He's just a beast in 2K. Also, I'm going to see if I can sign a younger Jeremy Grant on my mid-level exception. 3 years, 28 million. Bang, there we go. We're also going to bring back JaVale McGee, 3 years, 19 million. Bring in Kent, 420 Blazemore. Wow, that is a 2K memory. Wow, Nicole Melly. Forgot about some of these guys. So we're going to sign both these heads. And we did get THT back on the qualifying offer. LeBron has regressed down to a 96 overall, but he's still obviously a great player. 36, as 80's and 96, Capella's an 83, Bogey's an 80, Kuzma goes up, Grant goes up, McGee goes down. That's why we ended up acquiring Clint Capella this offseason. And oh my God, I forgot they took training camps out of 2K. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I thought they were really cool. Obviously, on-tap potential was always the thing everybody used, because then you can obviously increase the potential of some of these guys. Like if I wanted to up Kyle Kuzma, A- to an A-, but you can increase somebody's perimeter shooting. I think it was just a little bit easier than what they tried to change training to. There was just, oh man, like combo guard. I kind of missed this. I kind of missed them taking training camps out of the game. I don't think I'm gonna, maybe Jeremy Grant, on-tap potential, sure. And then let's add perimeter shooting. Let's send Alex Caruso there. Yeah, because he can definitely use it. And yeah, you would be able to increase their mid-range, 3-point shot, instead of them worrying more about the grades. And obviously there's like the ratings within the grades, but still I thought it was a cool feature. For some reason they just took out. All right, so Rondo did retire off the bench. I'd like to get Taylor Horton-Tucker minutes, definitely over Nicolo Melli. Do I want to get, I don't know, a big man in off the bench? But I'm fine with this. Like I'm fine with Caruso, Bogey. Honestly, let's say we did 25 to Caruso, 28 to Bogey. Let's do for the regular season 35 to LeBron and AD, 30 to Capella. We're going to give Kuzma, Grant, KCP, and Tucker, and then JaVale McGee minutes off the bench. So Melly, Bazemore, Waiters, Kostas, and Kaycock are not going to play. System proficiency, 3.5 stars under Frank Vogel. We start off the season on the road against the Spurs, and we get blown out of the building by Giannis Fournier, DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, Lonnie Walker. Road game here against the Warriors. We end up losing this one. Okay, so we're 0-2 to start off the year. Oh man, we are 0-4. Should I have traded for somebody in the offseason bigger than Clint Capella? Because this is a little alarming. And we are here at the contract extension deadline. It is March 1st, as this team is 7th in the conference. We are 11th in the power rankings. We are 20-19. We do have a 4.3 point differential, which is better than Portland, better than Phoenix. But I don't think we are a finals contender, even though we are like 11th in the power rankings. LeBron is having a great year at 37 years old. Obviously, if he retires at the end of the year, I'd override it. Anthony Davis averaging 22 points. Bogey's shooting 40% from 3. I think he's the perfect shooting guard on this team, but obviously I'd leverage that in a trade if needed. Kuzma shooting 39% from 3. Jeremy Grant is shooting 35% from 3. Clint Capella, I think, is a fine big man. I'm not really sure where I want to upgrade on this team. I guess it's point guard. I mean, it's probably starting point guard the way Alex Caruso has been playing. And as much as I like Alex Caruso's game, I don't know if he's the guy for this team. So let's see if I can find a short-term point guard. I don't think I'm going to be able to trade for a big name at the deadline. I don't think I'm going to move JaVale McGee. Would I move Caruso? I'd rather not. THT, I can get a new contract on in the offseason. So let's see if I traded like Melly and Waiters. Could I just get like a veteran point guard? Doesn't have to be a good one. Jake Layman. Forgot about him. This Jonte Porter guy from New Jersey. Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, he plays for the Long Island Nets, I should say, actually. He seems like a noble guy. Like, he wouldn't do anything wrong, wouldn't do anything that would ruin the integrity of the game. I might go after him. So, I don't know if he's going to be good, but I'm getting a first-round pick out of this, so I will do it. Nicola Melli and Dion Waiters for Ty Jerome, who's turning his career around for the Cavs, one of the better bench point guards in the NBA, and I'm getting a Phoenix first-round pick in 2023. Yeah, we're probably going to start Ty Jerome at the point guard spot. And I think I'm going to bench Alex Caruso just because he's been that bad of a shooter. And this year, the All-Star captains are Luka and Kawhi back in Toronto. We did get LeBron as a starter on Team Luka. Anthony Davis is a starter on Team Kawhi. So a second straight year that they are not playing on the same team. How has Ty Jerome been? He's shooting 41% from 3, but 38% from the field. But this is a lot better than what Caruso was giving us. And with Ty Jerome as the starting point guard, we have jumped up to the 5 seed in the Western Conference. We have a 5.8 point differential. I think we could jump the Suns by the end of the year. As Luka Doncic wins MVP, 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, 1 steal as well. Juwan Keith is your Rookie of the Year, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. This guy was a stud for the Cavs. 21 draft, they ended up getting Evan Mobley, so pretty good player. Spencer Dinwiddie, 6th man of the year. Jonathan Isaac. Okay, it's cool to see Isaac, like 24 years old. Obviously, he had all those injuries, and he was out for 2 years when he, I think, tore his ACL in the bubble, or right before that. And either way, 16.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2.5 blocks. Like, that 2020 season for Jonathan Isaac was special. He was, like, top 5 defensive player that year and was breaking out for the Magic, and then obviously everything kind of went wrong for him towards the end of that. 27 points, 10 assists, wow, 6 rebounds for LeBron at age 37. All-NBA first team, man. We got to get him a ring. Bam Adebayo on All-NBA second team. All-NBA third team. Yeah, Jonathan Isaac makes it. Ben Simmons on the 76ers. Anthony Davis. Oh, he was on All-NBA second team. Okay, I missed that. All defensive first team. No AD, but he does make all defensive second team. As we finished the year as the 4 seed, we did jump Phoenix. We had the best point differential in the Western Conference. Okay. Over in the East, the Raptors were the 1 seed with Kawhi, Norman, Pascal, Dave, Montrezl Harrell, and Brook Lopez over there. Taking a look at the stats, as LeBron was our top scorer, followed by AD. Bogey shot 39% from 3. Really like that. Kyle Kuzma, 39% from 3. He's continuing to get better. Jeremy Grant, I think, was a nice pickup for us. Clint Capella, good center. We'll see if he's going to be on the team next year. I'm not sure. Ty Jerome fizzled out a little bit, but I do like him as a playmaker a little bit more than Caruso. So here we go, going up against the Suns in round 1. Eli Okafor, I love this dude. He was, the number 1 pick in the second round back in 2018. He never really panned out in the league. You have Devin Booker. They picked up Josh Hart. Can't shoot the ball right now. They have Cam Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, Gary Trent Jr. McCall's coming off the bench. Maybe we got to free McCall. Maybe we trade for him in the offseason. Let's see if we can get revenge on the Suns for knocking us out last year. We beat them in game 1. We lose in game 2. Gonna make some lineup adjustments, though. I think for the playoffs, like, JaVale can get 10 minutes. I'm not playing THT. I'm going to give him a nice, like, rookie extension in the offseason and then probably trade him. I'd like to go 40 to AD and LeBron. And let's go 32 to Bogey. Game number 3 goes to the Lakers. 129-120. 39-8 for LeBron. 21-7. What was that? 2 and 3 for AD. Game 4 goes to the Lakers. as LeBron at 29, 7, and 10, AD 25 and 14, Capella 16 and 15, and we are going to win in 5 as Bogey dropped 23, LeBron had a triple-double, and we're going on in round 2 to take on another 8 seed. Is this when, like, all the 8 seeds won? Taking on the Timberwolves, who have D'Lo, DeLon Wright, Jarrett Culver, Marcus Morris, Cat, Josh Okogie, Juan Hernan-Gomez, Elfrid Payton, Frank Kaminsky, and a very young Naz Reid. We should beat this team. AD drops 43 and 13. LeBron has a crazy game. We are 3 games away from the conference finals, but we've lost 150, 141 in overtime. Cat, like, where's their offense coming outside of, like, D'Lo and Cat? We do end up winning game 3. 80 had 29, Bogey had 24, LeBron had 11 assists, Ty Jerome had 10 assists. Look at that. Game 4, Minnesota wins. D'Lo, former Laker at this time, and also a future Laker, balls out against us. We blow them out in game 5, 133-97. Can we win game 6? Yes, we can. And we're in the conference finals going up against the Memphis Grizzlies, the 7th seed. So we're playing the 5, 7, and 8 seeds. Talking about a Mickey Mouse finals run here. A team we beat in round 1 last year. They added DeMar DeRozan in the offseason. He obviously signed with the Bulls in real life, as they've now moved Jaren Jackson Jr. to the bench for Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark, 85 overall. Okay. Game 1 goes to the Lakers, 133-116. 3 games away from the finals. Game 2 goes to the Lakers, 2 games away. We win by 29. Game number 3 goes to the Lakers, 112-104. And LeBron is now 1 game away from going back to the finals, and we swept them. Let's go. We actually blew them out in every game, I think. Game 1 blowout, Game 2 blowout. Game 3 we won by 8. Okay, that was competitive. Game 4, though, we ended up winning by 41 points. Give me Atlanta. Okay, we're taking on Atlanta in the NBA Finals. Trey, Markelle Fultz. All right, I kind of like that. Hopefully he's more Washington Fultz now. DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Damian Jones, replacing Clint Capella. We obviously have Bogdan Bogdanovic, who ended up being a future Hawk. I think, like, we're the better team on paper for sure. In the playoffs, AD and LeBron are going off. Bogdan Bogdanovic is 51, 48, 82 splits. And here we go. Game number 1 goes to the Lakers. Also, I'm an idiot and kind of wasn't recording my game file right there, as we are up by, 13 now with 12 seconds left. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for us. I thought we were going to blow a 3-0 lead, but it's looking pretty good. LeBron, AD, pick and roll. You know that's money. He's going to knock that down. And I didn't even think we were going to win a title this year. I think we got lucky with our playoff road, like the 8 seed winning again. We played a 7 seed in the conference finals. We avoid Boston in the NBA finals. But yeah, we end up winning the NBA Finals in year number 2 here in the 2022 season, as I was going to do 3 years, and I'm glad there's not as much pressure on year number 3, so I can actually get kind of creative in the offseason. I'm going to make a big move or 2. We're going to try to get a 3rd big name in LA. So Kuzma, you're not safe. I think Bogey might be safe. Clint Capella, you're not safe as well. We'll see who's on the market this offseason. And there it is. The championship celebration right there as we end up winning the 2022 finals. I think getting Jeremy Grant was great. Yeah, LeBron just doubting himself in champagne, AD, popping in the locker room. Got to have those 2K bottles. And who knows, maybe if we don't trade for Ty Jerome, we don't win the finals this season. And finals MVP is LeBron James, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 14 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.4 blocks. An incredible run there for LeBron. There goes Carmelo. He retires on the Mavericks. Lou Will, Jamal Crawford, some of the best 6 men of all time. JJ Redick, Paul Millsap, Al Horford retires. He's still playing today. There goes JaVale McGee. So we're going to need maybe a backup center. Staff retirements. Jim Boylan. I'm sure Bulls fans miss him. Dwight and Melo head to the Hall of Fame. 2 former top 5 picks. Draft lottery time. I don't know if we have a swap. Nope. The Pelicans just own our pick outright at number 30. That is obviously from the Anthony Davis trade. Kings at number 1. They would be able to win the Paolo Banchero sweepstakes here. Pacers 2, Warriors 3. I'm going to bring back Frank Vogel on a 4-year extension. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades on draft night, as we did not have any picks here. The number 1 guy was Jared Shaw, a frontcourt guy from Southern Illinois. Antoine Taylor from Rutgers. Did they know something about Dylan Harper coming out of Rutgers as a highly touted point guard? Ty Jerome, pick up that team option. Harden, KD, Kyrie, all free agents here. Jimmy, Russ, this would be the 2022 free agency class, which ended up the best signing from this class being, yeah, Jalen Brunson. You got Taylor and Tucker coming back. I'll bring back all these guys right now. Yeah, Jalen Brunson going to the Knicks. So Luka's restricted, KD. We don't have any cap space right now. So I want to get creative with the trade. I'd like to become a 1 seed next year. That's my goal. And I'm going to make this trade with the Indiana Pacers. I think I have to include Kuzma, Capella in this deal, unfortunately, but I get Malcolm Brogdon, who is definitely a noticeable upgrade over Ty Jerome. I get Miles Turner, who's maybe not as good as Clint Capella in this game, but I think we could fill out these positions a little bit better. So we are going to make that trade with the Indiana Pacers. After moratorium, I will give THT a nice extension And you know what? I'm going to pay Dorian Finney-Smith on a like taxpayer exception right there. Funny enough, I'm about to give THT like $20 million a year just so we can include him in a trade. So let's do that. 3 years, $71 million. You're welcome, THT. Nobody else was giving you probably even $5 million a year. And we're going to get more depth on this team. I'm going to send Taylor Horton-Tucker across Los Angeles. Same with Caruso, my 26 first for Harrison Barnes and Bobby Portis. Kostas comes back. So yeah, we have AD, LeBron, Brogdon, Bogey, Turner, Grant, Portis, Finney-Smith, Barnes, KCP. A lot of good guys on this team. All right, so Brogdon and Bogey in the backcourt. We have LeBron and AD at the forward spots. Miles Turner as our center. We'll see if I trade Turner, because sometimes, you know, 2K just doesn't like those centers that can't rebound. Jeremy Grant, Portis, KCP, Finney-Smith, all coming off the bench. And yeah, we did have to sign Alan Crabb to a veteran contract, which is funny. Our assistant proficiency, 3.5-star perimeter centric. We'll see if there's a little bit of a finals hangover because maybe this team doesn't play that well. Like maybe Miles Turner and AD doesn't work out in the front court. Last year, I think we started off 0-4. So it's cool that we started off 1-0 and Miles Turner had a great Lakers debut. Yeah, I was afraid of this. Currently at the contract extension deadline. Oh my God. The Spurs are 35-3. They don't have somebody like Wemby. I guess Giannis is even better. Him and Mitchell Robinson in that front court has been insane. They have Fournier, Walker, Murray, Johnson. That's crazy. They have 3 losses. We're 4 games under 500. So I'm fine with Brogdon. I'm not making any trades there. Like he's giving me 10 assists. I know the efficiency could be better. Bogey, I need you to shoot better from 3. He's been worse this year. LeBron will be LeBron. AD will be AD. Miles Turner's fine, I think. Jeremy Grant maybe taking a step back with his shot. Was last year just an outlier shooting year for everybody. So I want to see if the 2K like cheat code Andre Drummond is obtainable. I'm making 28 mil a year. I don't even know how I'd get there. I'd probably have to include, oh God, Harrison Barnes can get me there. Harrison Barnes and Miles Turner could probably get me there. I don't know if that would be enough. I'll take back Alfonso McKinney. Would they do this? They will not. Do I have any draft picks to throw in right now? I do. Would they do that? They do not. Wow, Drummond was really liked in this game. I'll throw in 2 first for Andre Drummond. Wow. 2 seconds get it done, or do I have to throw in another player? Okay. So we had Andre Drummond. As much as I like Miles Turner, 2K loves this dude. They love how good of a rebounder he is. So we're going to let him run the show in the front court with AD. He ended up being a Laker at one point. And then I'm going to be trading Bobby Portis. I just feel like having Jeremy Grant and Finney-Smith. Don't really need somebody like Bobby Portis, Ty Jerome, and a future second for Jordan Clarkson and Tyus Jones, making another trade with the Clippers. So they want to go Brogdon, Bogey, LeBron, AD, Drummond. I'm fine with that. Grant, Clarkson, Jones, Finney-Smith off the bench. Let's rock that. Why not? I know we don't have like a true setter off the bench, but I think Jeremy Grant could even do some of that. Like, I know we won it all last year with the backup, and I think McGee. But I like this team a lot. I do think we can go on a run. I mean, I made these trades basically 3-4 weeks before the deadline, so we'll see how they play out. I mean, we're 0-2 since I made those. Kevin Durant and Luka Doncic are the all-star captains this year. LeBron is a starter on Team Luka. AD is starter on Team Kevin Durant. Yeah, they've never been on the same team together. And we have 2 more games before the deadline. We beat the Raptors. We beat the Warriors. So we are the 8th seed right now. We've been playing well since we made those trades, so I don't think I'm going to make another move. It seems like we're headed towards a Boston-San Antonio NBA Finals. Right now, we sit as the 18th team in the power rankings. We're 3 games under 500. So I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. But I think we're going to ride with this team, and I hope we can play well over the last basically 2 months of the season. And Luka, oh my God, I forgot the numbers he would put up in some of these 2K games. 38 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. I mean, he still does that in like 2K25, but 53 from the field, 45 from 3. He's 24 years old. Antoine Taylor, 2nd overall pick by the Pacers, Rookie of the Year. Dinwiddie goes 3 for 3 in this video with 6 Man of the Year winners. Jonathan Isaac, Depoy, 39 from the field, 20 or 32 from 3. So he's going back to what like he is currently. Marvin Bagley, 22 points, 11 rebounds. All right, he wins most improved in Utah. And Pop and the Spurs really went 70-12 this year. Shout out to the 2018 draft class, Luka and Trae Young. On All-NBA first team, you have Giannis, LeBron, and Embiid following those guys there. All-NBA second team. Yeah, I forgot the glitch too, where you would press like RT and it would take you to rookie team. That's what just happened to me. Wow, forgot about that. You got Ja, Curry, Tatum, AD, and DeAndre Ayton. Wow, 25 and 15. Shout out to the 2018 draft class on second team. Third team, Zion, man. He was supposed to be the next LeBron. He was the prodigy. Didn't really work out. Fox, Kawhi, Jokic, and Kyrie. Defensive first team, you have Lonzo, Simmons, Isaac, Giannis, and Bam. And second team, you do have Anthony Davis making it. We did finish the year as the 4 seed. So yeah, we've been hovering around that 4 seed in this video. We ended up with a 3.9 point differential. We had a really strong end to the year, 8-2 in the last 10. And we've ended the year on a 7-game winning streak. So let's hope the rebounding duo of like AD and Drummond like fits what 2K wants and fits their algorithm, and they can get me to the NBA Finals. All right, so for the playoffs, Brogdon, Bogey, LeBron, AD, Drummond, with Grant, Clarkson, Jones, and Finney Smith off the bench. Not really a true big off the bench, which could be our kryptonite. We've versed the Suns every year in the playoffs so far. They beat us in year 1. We beat them last year. Let's see. And actually, the Suns, I think, won it all in year 1, and we won it all last year. So if history goes to show, the winner of this series is going to win the finals based off what's happened. So we win game 1 by 2. Drummond had 20 rebounds. Love that. Game number 2, we end up winning 128-86. 2 games away from winning the finals. If that trend continues, we beat them by 2 in game 3. Damn, we won the close ones here. And we're going to gentleman suit them. Don't let them force. Okay, we end up winning in 6. I always get scared. When you're up 3-2 and then they force that game 6, I'm like always scared that we're going to lose it. But shout out to Jordan Clarkson. This man remembered how to shoot again in the playoffs. Brogdon, 47% from 3. And we're taking on the Spurs in round 2. Now, the Spurs are much better than the Phoenix Suns. They just won 70 games in the regular season. And we're taking on Giannis Antetokounmpo in the playoffs. I do think our front court can go up with theirs because we have AD and Drummond. And I don't know. I think we could beat them. We do win game 1 by 30. Oh, yeah. I would be pissed if I won 70 games and lost in round 2. We're up 2-0. Now, it is far from over because 2K could easily let the Spurs win the next 2. And they are probably going to do so. No, we go up 3-1. All right. We're up 3 games to 1. I am nervous. I am nervous. We won 122-117. Do not blow a 3-1 lead. Please. Yes, we win in 6 and we're in the conference finals again. I think that's true, man. If whoever wins that series between the Suns and the Lakers inevitably wins the finals. And there's AD, LeBron, Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson, Andre Drummond, all getting it done in round 2. So we're taking on the Mavericks with Luka. Not like the greatest team. Well, I guess they do have Kristaps. They no longer have Jalen Brunson. They have Drew Holiday that's hit some notable regression. Game 1 goes to the Lakers. Game 2 to the Lakers. Game 3 to the Mavs. Game 4 to the Mavs. And we're down 3-2. And that is it. Damn, man. We went up 2-0 and lost 4 in a row. And here are the 2023 finals. They were a year off. You have Dallas and you have Boston. And Boston wins in 5. So Boston did their part. I thought it was going to be San Antonio and Boston. They end up winning the 2023 NBA Finals. Tatum was your Finals MVP. Well, hey, we ended up winning the 2022 NBA Finals. And maybe I should have kept some of that core together. But hey, I wanted to get Andre Drummond. Like, he's just like a 2K god, at least with the rebounding in the older 2Ks. And let me know if you guys did enjoy this. Drop a thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see more videos like this on older 2Ks? Let me know if you want to see something on 2K22, 23, maybe even 2K24. Just let me know down below which team we should use as well. Hit that subscribe button if you were not already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.